Hey everyone, I just wanted to check in and share a quick update on the market with you. We're a few weeks into summer and all of you have listings on the market right now. So I thought it would be helpful to give you a snapshot of what's going on, what I'm seeing out there, and what we might expect in the weeks ahead. I've been through markets like this before, and I want to make sure that you feel informed and confident as we move through this part of the cycle. So let's start with what the numbers are telling us. In June, across Greater Vancouver and the Fraser Valley, we saw 3,376 total home sales. That's down about 9 to 10% compared to June of last year. At the same time, inventory has grown significantly, about 28,000 active listings, which is roughly 25 to 30% more listings than a year ago. That means sales are significantly down and inventory is significantly up. So buyers have more to choose from, and as sellers, that means we are all competing harder for their attention. Now, you might have heard the term sales to active listings ratio. Let me explain what that means. If 100 homes are listed and 12 of them sell in 1 month, that's a 12% ratio. Below 12%, that's a buyer's market. Between 12 and 20%, that's a balanced market. Over 20%, that's a seller's market. In a buyer's market, buyers have the upper hand. They have more options, so they can take their time, negotiate harder, and be more selective about what they choose. That puts more pressure on us as sellers to stand out in both price and presentation. Right now, we're hovering at about 12% across the board. So we're right on the edge of balanced, but leaning more towards a buyer's market. Lately, everything slowed down. There have been fewer showing requests, less activity at open houses, not as many calls coming in, and that's not unique to your listing. It's something we're seeing across the entire market right now. Other realtors and I are constantly discussing the market and sharing what we are experiencing with our listings. Everyone is seeing a slowdown and less activity on their listings. Now, part of that is seasonal. Summer tends to be slower in general, but what we're seeing right now feels like more than just people being on vacation. The big thing holding buyers back right now is uncertainty. Yes, mortgage rates are about 1% lower than what they were this time last year, which you'd think would bring more buyers in, but that hasn't happened just yet. There's concern around the economy. Starting August 1st, the US is putting 35% tariffs on Canadian goods, and with counter tariffs that could drive up costs on everyday things. People are worried about rising living expenses, about losing their jobs, and whether now is the right time to make a big purchase. It's hesitation, not disinterest. In other words, people do want to buy, but are hesitant to do so in the current climate. So what does this all mean for your listing? Right now, we need to stay patient and focused. Most of you are already priced well, and that's critical right now, although some of you could sharpen the price a bit. With buyers comparing so many properties, we've got to stay competitive, presented well, and strategically positioned. The goal is to make sure that when the right buyer is ready to move, your home is one of the ones that they seriously consider. Now, looking ahead, I think the next real boost could come if we get another interest rate cut. There are 4 more Bank of Canada announcements this year, with the next 2 coming on July 30th and September 17th. If we get even a small cut, that might be the confidence boost buyers need to jump back into the market. But until then, it's about holding strong and being ready. The buyers will come back. It's just a matter of time. In the meantime, if anything changes or I think we need to adjust our approach, of course, I will let you know. Thanks again for your trust. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.